Megan Kimball.
I'm Rory Raymer.
Hi, I'm Megan Lunny.
And this is the Salem witch trials, how encountering unusual social problems led to the rash exchange of illogical ideas and the exploration of a young and event justice system.
Welcome to Salem Village, late January 1692. Inside this small chapel, Reverend Samuel Paris reminds his parishioners of the deadly sins they shall keep themselves from committing. Games of any sort, sinful. Dancing, unlawful. Frequent bathing goes against the words of the Lord. Physical recreation, immoral. Social gatherings outside of church are prohibited.
Will I really spend the rest of my life attending service, doing my chores and sleeping? Life can be so utterly boring. At least I'll be seeing Chichiba and the others tonight.
Adultery, punishable by death. Drinking, a wicked act. Being suspicious of others, disgraceful.
Please, my husband and I need a place to stay for the night. We have nowhere else to go. My daughter is hungry and cold. Please.
But there is no greater sin than the sin of witchcraft. The Paris household, February 1692, the unextraordinary home of Reverend Samuel Paris by night and gathering place of Abigail Williams and friends by day. The girls range in age, though they shared a common dream, to defy the conformity of Salem Village, to escape the daily routine of church and choice that's been put out for them. To put it simply, the girls were bored, which made Tituba's magic all the more alluring. Tituba, the Paris family's slave, had once been an Indian of the Barbados and was well versed in the tricks and charms that enlivened the dreary winters of Salem Village. The girls were amazed by her eerie ghost stories and her special fortune-telling trick, dropping an egg into a glass and seeing what shape it took. That represented your future husband. For long, however, the girls began to exhibit strange symptoms of a much darker force. Began in the Paris house, with the Reverend's daughter, Betty, and her cousin, Abigail Williams.
They're riding on brooms.
The villagers and the Reverends became distraught, so they called in a doctor by the name of William Griggs, but with no illness prevailing, he announced them to be bewitched.
She wants me to sign her book. No, we will not.
The villagers wanted answers. Tell us, Abigail. Tell us. Who has bewitched thee?
Chichiba, Sarah Osborne.
I'm Sarah Good. Hear ye! Let it be known that Sarah Good is under arrest for the bewitchment of Abigail Williams, among others.
Witchcraft! I am no witch. You cannot arrest me, for I have committed no such crime. Don't touch me!
May 1st, 1692, the examination of Sarah Good commences. Any chance of acquittal are bleak. Order! Order! Yes, now, this is the examination of Sarah Solot Good on the charge of witchcraft. Let the record show she has practiced thus witchery on Elizabeth Hubbard and Putnam Jr., Sarah Bibber, and Abigail Williams. Miss Good, how do you plead?
I have committed no crime, nor have I ever practiced witchcraft in my life. I will say it until I can speak no more. I am not guilty.
Is it not true? You have contact with the devil?
I have no relations with the devil.
Why is it that you wish to torment the children?
I do not harm them, I scorn them.
Then who is it that harms them?
Sarah Osborne. What have I done?
So good. Why did you go muttering away from Mr. Paris at his home?
I did not mutter, but I thanked him for what he gave my child. As I told you before, I am a beggar and I have a 5-year-old daughter to protect.
Miss Good, who is it that thee worships?
God.
Which God?
The one that made heaven and earth.
Abigail Williams, is this your tormentor?
Yes, that is she. A spectre, it comes and visits me in my sleep, makes me obey those hands.
Abigail Williams, you speak the truth. Sarah Good, why do thee lie? Why do thee wish to torment the children?
My words are true. I'll make it stop. The devil, she's talking to him. Stop. How dare all of you souls devoted to a belief in God, as I am, let this child spew lies through her teeth? This village rooted to piety lacks interminably of structure. Or because of a nightmare, this child claims myself to be a witchery. It's because I haven't the same affluence. It's because I aren't of such divinity as thee, and I dirt the conformity to a devout lifestyle. I am a beggar, and my blood is simple and mundane, but it cannot be found staining the pages of the devil's book.
She is lying. I speak the truth, and she spews curses at me for doing so. I am not the one guilty of doing the devil's work. She is. Look around us. It all makes sense. Our past year has been filled with misery, and it is all her fault. She has brought this harm unto us. I have seen her spectre, as have many of the other girls. She tortures me, and if that does not prove her status as a servant of the devil, then Chichiba herself confessed that she took part in dark rituals with the devil. Her acts are treason to this community, and they should be dealt with accordingly.
June 30th, 1692, the trial of Sarah Good has come to an end. Sarah Good, you have officially been found guilty on the charge of witchcraft and shall face the punishment of death by hanging. June 18, 1692, the eve of Good's scheduled hanging. Awaiting her execution, Sarah Good finds herself in the hot, overcrowded jail cell she has spent months in. By her side, her daughter Dorcas has gone insane. The daughter will never be able to pay off the jail debt, for each prisoner is forced to pay for their own food, water, and board.
Tonight is the last night I get to tell my daughter I love her. Tonight is the last night I get to lay my head down to sleep, for come tomorrow morning I will be put into an eternal rest. Tonight is the last night I will ever feel cold and scared and weak. Tomorrow morning as they march me to Gallows Hill, I will take in my last breaths. I will see the faces of my enemies once more, and they will see mine, and when they see mine, they will spit and laugh and cry out in misery. I have done nothing but identify myself as an outcast of this world. Through my begging and rarely attending services, I have allowed them to feel hatred for me, to want to punish me, to blame things on me. Perhaps my first mistake was being born a woman. A woman, because of all of the problems in the world, problems that can only be fixed by men. I have been branded since the day I was born, so I knew that when the girls claimed to see me in their nightmares, no one would think twice about the inconsistency and unreliability of spectral evidence. I knew that when old neighbours with grudges who had lost a prized heifer after seeing me in town would blame the death on me. I knew this all from the second they called a warrant out for my arrest. But no one could have seen the respectable Martha Corey or the beloved Rebecca Nurse facing the same charges as me. The girls had become crazy in their ways, and the villagers equally crazy in their undying belief of the word of these girls. An undying belief has led to the death of so many innocent people, including my stillborn child. Tonight is the last night, I think. Tonight is the last night I will plague this community with an imaginary witchcraft.
July 19, 1692, a respected town leader, Reverend Noyes, leads the executions.
Noyes, you are a liar! I am no more witch than you are a wizard, and if you take away my life, God will give you blood to drink.
Goodwife Phipps, she has taken control of me in my sleep. She has taken me to one of her sabbaths and given me the book of the devil to sign. And when I would not sign, she sent me into the most excruciating fit of pain I have ever experienced in my entire life. As I lay there, writhing on the floor, I awoke to find myself freezing on the floor in the kitchen. I cried out for my uncle, and he took me to my room, where I saw, sitting by the window, his spectre, smiling wickedly at me. And
Phipps was outraged. How dare thee! Do you find thyself to be funny? My wife has had no hands in such deeds. She has stood by this community through the chaos and the executions. My wife is no witch, and these trials are over. The Supreme Court of Judicature was formed, and spectral evidence was outlawed as use in court. 25 years after the execution, lay a sickly Reverend Noyes in his bed.
did I do the right thing? Was increased mother right? Is it really better to let 10 guilty people escape than to condemn one innocent soul to death?
He's dead. Suffered from a burst blood clot in his head. Choked on his own blood.
God will give you blood to drink.
Thank you.
Thank you.